Everybody, welcome back. Yeah, this is part two of my mini-series on movie prop reproductions. Now, I want to say I'm not a huge fan of the DaVinci Code. I did read the book, and the book was entertaining the same way like a choose your own adventure book is entertaining. It was fast-paced, but it was essentially a pretty dumb story. And it was a fairly dumb movie, but nonetheless, when I was in Fred's, I did find, and Fred's, by the way, is a discount store in Alabama. I don't know if there's one in your area or not. But they sell stuff that didn't sell very well, and one thing was a box set which contained the DaVinci Code and these two props from the movie. One is this Cryptex, I think it's called a Cryptix. Yeah, and this is a reproduction of Robert Langdon's journal. Well, it's kind of funny that I found this because when on this copy of Angels and Demons, there was an offer for the exact same prop for $195, and then they were selling it for a special of $145, and we found this at Fred's for $8 for all three things. So it's about what it's worth, but nonetheless, it's still an interesting prop. This makes it, it's just a conversation piece, and being a movie fan and a prop fan, I had to go ahead and get this. I'm not going to lay any judgment on the meaning of the DaVinci Code. I know there's some people who tend to believe in that sort of thing. I think the movie itself is nonsense. What do you think, Mary?
It was pretty cheesy.
It was cheesy, yeah. It was a cheesy movie. But I think it was designed for entertainment, and I don't think people should read into it very much. But nonetheless, it was entertaining on that sort of silly level. But so that's my opinion of the movie. But as far as the Cryptics itself, it is a very, very nice prop. It's very heavy. It's made out of good material. This is it's solid. I don't know if this is brass, but it's
definitely metal and plastic.
Yeah, it's definitely
it's very heavy.
It's very, very heavy. I would say it's just a good prop. This is not plastic. And it's a good reproduction of the Cryptics that was shown in the movie with the spinning letters. You have the ability to set any code you want into it. So if you wanted to use this to hide small items, you can. Now, there is no vial of vinegar inside of this, so you don't have to worry about destroying your item in case you put the wrong code in. I don't even think I don't think it's possible. All this really is a keepsake box. There's no way to set up a trap inside of it to open a vial of vinegar or anything. But, and I don't know why you'd want to do that anyway. But anyway, it is preset with...
Maybe that's what the $195 version can do.
Yeah, maybe the $195 version has that function. Yeah.
The $8 version.
The $8 version at Fred's doesn't. So, so anyway, it looks like this, and it's already pre-done with the code truth, which is kind of stupid because there is no truth in the DaVinci Code, and two, in the original code in the movie was Apple. So I don't know why they put truth in here, but anyway, let's go.
Because it's cooler.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put the right code in so we can get the secrets. And you can put your own secrets in your own Cryptex if you get one of these. Just don't pay $145 for it. When you put the right code in, it easily slides open. When you get the Cryptex, it already comes with a piece of paper. And the piece of paper has a website, www.secretsofthecryptics.com, and there's a code. The website is long dead, so you can look for this. Maybe you can try the Wayback Machine. I don't know. I did try to find the website to see what would happen, but it was probably like a movie trailer or something. I don't know. I doubt they were going to give you the secret of the Holy Grail or anything. So that's what you have inside of it, but you can put anything. You can put love notes inside of this and leave them around the house, or you can put your shopping list in this, or whatever you want that you think needs to be inside of the Cryptics. And it to put it back together, you just have to make sure the code is right, and then you can scramble it all up. So, nice movie prop. Now, the other thing you get in this box set was a reproduction of Robert Langdon's journal, and it does look strangely a lot like the one that was in the movie. It's very thin. It has this textured alligator skin kind of cover, but it's not really. It's cardboard. And inside it has a sticker that says Robert Langdon, Professor of Religious Symbology, and it has the 555 number. And he also signed it, so he would be sure that everyone knew this was his journal. If you
It's like, I really need to get that back.
and if you read it, if you just sit down and read it, you will think to yourself, how did this guy ever become a professor of anything? Because the clues and things he writes in here are so ridiculously infantile. And you're thinking, it's still a neat looking prop. And some of the stuff is a little bit unintentionally funny. But I know some graphic designer went to a lot of trouble to write neat, cryptic-looking, mysterious clues in here. Scientists, Galileo, Copernicus, and then, angels. And you're just thinking to yourself, Robert Langdon is a professor already. He shouldn't have to remind himself, who Galileo and Copernicus are. I mean, this is the kind of notes like a freshman would take if they've never taken one of these classes.
It's like a murder mystery dinner kind of notes instead of like,
Sacred symbolism, icons. Fertility, the womb. See, if you've ever taken an art history class, there's not going to be any question about what that represents. Check files of Greek/Roman, and he circled Aphrodite. So he needed to check up on what Aphrodite was, I guess. Chalice or room, the cup, in quotes. Some of this stuff is just really dumb. And it goes on, Hawaii, Yucatan. And then you see that there's other clues from other adventures he's been on, I guess. It's still really kind of unintentionally amusing. But on that same token, I like it because some designer went to a lot of trouble to recreate this. And what do you think, Mary, as a graphic designer?
As a graphic designer, I would say that this would probably be kind of fun because, that's somebody's real handwriting, and it was probably actually kind of fun to do because, in a lot of ways, if you mess up, you just, scratch it out a little bit and
make it look real.
Make it look real, so it's not so bad. I think they're neat too. I mean, I think stuff like this is neat. And I mean, I would imagine that if I were, working on a project like this would have been like, yeah, let's do this. This would be so cool, and I would have wanted to do it.
They give you a few blank pages if you want to write your own clues in.
Yeah.
On this last page, it says the DaVinci Code DVD gift set, and it has the copyright Sony logo. They just got hacked. So, and here's your instructions for changing the Cryptics code. It requires a screwdriver, and that tells you right there I'm not going to go to the trouble. And there's lots of things to remove, and I would end up breaking it, so I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to leave it with truth, and then it shows you all the parts. And remember the new password, obviously. You can write it into this journal. So, there you have it. The other movie, and like I said, you can buy the same thing at a really, really expensive cost, and I do not recommend doing it. The Noble Collection makes...
You would have gotten a free Cryptex keychain as well.
That's true.
Which you did not get.
I didn't get the keychain. Now, the Noble Collection, I think a lot of the stuff they make is really cool. They make the Lord of the Rings props. They make... exclusively make prop reproductions from movies. So like that's where you can get Bilbo's contract, or you can get reproductions of the swords and the props from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I think by looking, if you flip that over again, the other side of the card, I bet you that this version might have been a little bit more deluxe. It almost looks like the codex number letters.
Let's look at this real quick.
Well, it looks like on the card version, the codex number, the letters might have been like mother of pearl or something. You know what I mean? Like pearl.
I should hope so for $145.
Yeah, I would think so too for $100.
It almost looks identical.
I mean, they do look really, really identical.
The letters are a different font. That's true.
Yeah.
Because these are like...
I bet it's the same metal. I just bet you any money that the other one's like fake mother of pearl or pearly stuff,
as opposed to
that cheaper plastic. But $8 versus $200 or $150, no contest.
That's still, I don't care if it's real pearls. I'm not gonna pay that much. Angels and Demons. I had this movie out too. I got this at like Dollar General or something. The only reason I watched Angels and Demons is because it's so hysterical. And I just want to comment. Mary and I gone to Rome a number of times, and it's funny because there's a scene in Rome where Robert Langdon and his assistant are trying to find Raphael's tomb, and they're like, "Wait, I think it's in the Pantheon," and they go to the Pantheon and they search everywhere, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
it's like common knowledge.
It's common knowledge. And then they go to Chigi Chapel, and they're like, they go in and it's all mysterious on the inside and it's boarded up, and then they find the Caravaggio painting in there, and I'm like, it's not boarded up. You can go in there anytime you want, and you can see the Caravaggio, and there's a gazillion tourists in there at any given time, and they all know where to find it. Yeah. So Robert Langdon is either the worst tourist in the whole world. All he had to have done was pick up a book at a gift shop, and he could have cracked every problem he faced in Angels and
Steve's book and problem solved.
Instead, he's running around Rome like, frantically trying to find where the Vatican's located and stuff. I mean,
yeah, it is. It's really super
it's really ridiculous. It's definitely made for Americans who've never ever left their state. So, but nonetheless, it's unintentionally hysterical.
Yes, and I mean, sometimes we all just need to, check our brain in at the door and watch something that's fun to watch. So, no judgments. But
no judgments.
There is some really cheesiness to it.
It's really cheesy, though. It's no judgments at all, but, I like Tom Hanks, I like Ron Howard, but these are a pair of dumb movies. Okay.
Patrick's like, no judgment, but these are dumb movies.
These are really dumb movies. But it is really funny, like, where's Raphael buried? The Pantheon. Let's go there. Let's find it. Let's run around. Come on. It's like announced when you walk in. Look, there's Raphael's tomb. Okay. All right. Enough of that. My next movie prop is going to be from another movie called The Ninth Gate, and I think you'll find it really interesting. So I hope you enjoy these videos. Keep collecting, and please rate, comment, and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.